Good morning students, Sairam. Students, the maths portion for your upcoming first semester exam includes 4 chapters. Chapter 3, Playing with Numbers. Chapter 5, Understanding Elementary Shapes. Chapter 6, Integers. And Chapter 7, Fractions, only up to exercise 7.2. Children, the first semester question paper will include different types of questions. There will be MCQs, fill in the blanks, true or false, diagram based questions and also solving type questions. There will be options given for all the questions. We will discuss the paper pattern in our revision videos. In today's session, we will continue with chapter 7, fractions. We will discuss a few more topics and solve problems of exercise 7.2. Children, in our previous session, we learnt what are fractions and how to show fractions on a number line. Now, how to show half or 1 upon 2 on a number line. In half or 1 upon 2, the denominator is 2. So, we divide the line between 0 and 1 into 2 equal parts. And this shows half or 1 upon 2. Children, when we express the numbers or fractions on a number line, generally we write them below the number line. Now, how to show 2 upon 3 on a number line? In 2 upon 3, we have denominator 3. So, the number line between 0 and 1 will be divided into 3 equal parts. And the first part is 1 upon 3, second part is 2 upon 3 and third one is 3 upon 3 or 1. If we divide the number line between 1 and 2 again into 3 equal parts, then we have the next point as 4 upon 3, next to it comes 5 upon 3, it is not 4 upon 3 and then 6 upon 6 which is equal to 2. Now, let's move on to the next topic, types of fractions. Proper fractions. What are proper fractions? A fraction where the numerator is less than the denominator is called a proper fraction. We have an example here, 2 upon 8. 2 is the numerator which is smaller than the denominator 8. So, it is a proper fraction. It's a proper fraction, 2 out of 8. Now, here we have some more examples. Let's see. In the first one, we have 1 whole and a part, 1/4. And the fraction is 5 upon 4. In the second one, we have 1 whole and 2/4, 2 upon 4. And the fraction becomes 6 upon 4. In the third one, we have 2 wholes and 1 out of 4 or 1 upon 4. And the fraction is 9 upon 4. So, here we have examples where the numerator is greater than the denominator in all the 3 examples. So, when we have the numerator greater than the denominator, then it is called an improper fraction. We have one more example here, 1 whole and 1 upon 4. So, it becomes 5 upon 4. Here we have shown it is made by adding 1 whole and 1/4 part. So, it is 1 upon 4 or 5 upon 4. So, the fraction made by combination of a whole and a part is called a mixed fraction. The improper fraction and mixed fraction can be converted into each other. Now, mixed fractions. Suppose I have 2 cookies and I want to eat only 1 and half, 1 whole and 1 half. So what is the cookies eaten by me is 1 whole and 1 part, which is half. So a mixed fraction has a combination of a whole and a part. Here we have one example where there is 1 whole and 3/4. That means it is 1 3/4. This is a mixed fraction. In the second picture, we have 3 whole parts and 1 5/6 or 5/6 of a fraction. So what will be the mixed fraction for this? It will be 3 5/4. 3 represents whole part and 5/6 represents the fractional part. So an improper fraction can be expressed as a mixed fraction. How can we do that? Suppose we have an improper fraction like 20/3. So if we divide 20 by 3, we get 6 as a quotient. So 6 is the whole part of the mixed fraction, and we get 2 as the remainder. 2 becomes the numerator of the mixed fraction and 3 is the divisor, which becomes the denominator of the mixed fraction. So the improper fraction 20/3 can be expressed as mixed fraction 6 2/3. Now how we convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction? Suppose we have a mixed fraction like this, 2 3/4. What we do? We multiply the whole and the denominator. So 2 and 4 we multiply like this and add 3 to it to get the numerator, and the denominator will be 4. So the formula for this becomes quotient remainder divided by divisor. Or how do we, this is the mixed fraction, and how do we convert it into improper fraction? We multiply quotient and divisor and add remainder to it to get the numerator, and the divisor is the denominator. That means we multiply the denominator of the mixed fraction with the whole and add the numerator to it like this to get the numerator of the improper fraction. And what will be the denominator of the improper fraction? It will be 4. It will be the denominator, same as the mixed fraction. Now let's solve the problems of exercise 7.2. Question 1. Draw number lines and locate the points on them. A 1/2 or half, 1/4, 3/4 and 4/4. These we have to show on the number line. In all of the 3 here we have the denominator as 4, but the first one is half. But we know that when we divide the number line between 0 and 1 into 4 equal parts, since the denominator is 4, so we divide this into 4 equal parts, then half of that will be 2/4. So instead of half we can take 2/4. So what we have to show on the number line? We have to show 2/4, 1/4, 3/4 and 4/4. So here when we have the number line between 0 and when it is divided into 4 equal parts, then first mark will be 1/4, second mark is 2/4 or half, third is 3/4 and the next one is 4/4 or 1. Draw number lines and locate the points on them. So we have to locate these points on the number line. So what are they? 1 upon 8, 2 upon 8, 3 upon 8, 7 upon 8. Here all the fractions, they have 8 as the denominator. So we will divide the gap between 0 and 1 into 8 equal parts, isn't it? And the first point will be 1 upon 8, the second mark will be 2 upon 8, third will be 3 upon 8, fourth will be 4 upon 8, then 5 upon 8 and 6 upon 8. It is not 4, 6 upon 8, then 7 upon 8, and the last one is 8 upon 8, or which is equal to 1. Now question 2. Express the following as the mixed fractions. Mixed fraction. Here we have a improper fraction and we have to convert it into a mixed fraction. We have discussed this example earlier. We divide 20 by 3. 3 is the divisor. 3 6 times becomes 18 and we get the remainder 2. So here for the mixed fraction, 6 will be taken as the whole and the remainder will become the numerator, and the divisor, it becomes the denominator. So the improper fraction 20 upon 3 has the mixed fraction. It is expressed as a mixed fraction 6 2 upon 3. Next one, again 11 upon 5. Improper fraction we have to express as a mixed fraction. So 11 is divided by 5. We get 2 as the quotient, which becomes the whole part of the mixed fraction. Then we have 1 as the remainder, 1 is the numerator, and 5 is the divisor, which becomes the denominator of the mixed fraction. So 11 upon 5 is equal to 2 1 upon 5. Next one, 17 upon 7. We have to express this as mixed fraction. Again 17 will be divided by 7. 7 2 times is 14. 7 2 times 14 and we get the remainder 3. So what is the whole part of the mixed fraction? It is the quotient 2. Remainder 3 will be the numerator and the divisor 7 will be the denominator. So 17 upon 7 is equal to 2 3 upon 7. Again we have 28 upon 5, another improper fraction which we have to convert as a mixed fraction. We have to express as mixed fraction. So we divide 28 by 5. 5 times is 25 and we get the remainder 3. So 5 is the quotient which becomes whole part of the mixed fraction. The remainder 3, it becomes the numerator, and the divisor 5 becomes the denominator. So the mixed fraction for the improper fraction 28 upon 5 is equal to 5 3 upon 5. Now express the following as the improper fraction. Here we have an mixed fraction, and we have to convert it into an improper fraction. 7 3 upon 4. So how do we do that? 7 3 upon 4 is equal to 7 plus 3 upon 4. So to convert it into mixed fraction, what we do? We multiply the whole and the divisor, the denominator, and then add 3 to it. That means the numerator to it, to get the numerator of the improper fraction. And the denominator will be 4, same as the mixed fraction. So 7 multiplied by 4 becomes 28, 28 plus 3, and the denominator is 4. So it becomes 31 upon 4. So for the mixed fraction 7 3 upon 4, what is the improper fraction? It is 31 upon 4. We multiply these two, the denominator and the whole, and add 3 to it to get the numerator, and the denominator will be the same as the mixed fraction. This is how we convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction. Again we have one more example question here, 5 6 upon 7. We have to convert it into improper fraction. So it has 5 whole and 6 upon 7. So what we do, we multiply 5 and 7 and add 6 to get the numerator of the improper fraction, and the denominator will be same as the mixed fraction. So it becomes 35 plus 6 upon 7, and the improper fraction is 41 upon 7. Express the following as the improper fraction. Question number 3, again the same. So we have taken C, it is a mixed fraction, 2 5 upon 6. So it has 2 whole parts and 5 6 is the fractional part. 5 upon 6 is the fractional part. So to get the improper fraction, what we do? We multiply the denominator and whole and add the numerator to it to get the numerator of the improper fraction. And then we have the denominator same as the mixed fraction. So it becomes 12 plus 5 upon 6, and we get 17 upon 6 as the improper fraction for the mixed fraction 2 5 upon 6. 10 3 upon 5 is the mixed fraction. We have to write the improper fraction for that. So we have 10 wholes and 3/5 of the fraction of the whole. So it becomes 10 into 5 plus 3, the numerator, and the denominator is 5. So the numerator 50 upon 3, 50 plus 3 upon 5, and the improper fraction that we get is 53 upon 5. Children, with this problem we come to the end of exercise 7.2, and the portion for first semester exam is over. It is completed. Now here you have the portion for your first semester exam, chapter number 3, 5, 6 and 7, 7 up to only exercise 7.2. From Monday onwards, that means from 14 September, we will begin with the revision of chapter 3, playing with numbers, and we will do it as a paper pattern. And chapter 4 is not included, it is deleted. Keep learning for the exam. Thank you.